Wanted to reach out to all of you that are just finishing graduate school. Maybe you are a researcher, maybe you're going into industry, maybe you're an assistant professor. I don't know who you are, but I really wanted to reach out to you because I really want to make a big difference in your life in terms of where you're going to be in a decade. And I know it's going to be hard. You're not going to want to listen to this advice because it seems difficult to do, but it's actually really simple. I'm going to tell you some financial security, some personal finance stuff that I think is very important for you. It's probably the number one thing that you will ever do in your life if you get a hold of this, other than taking care of your health and making sure that you're healthy, taking care of the old thinker, making sure that everything is working up there and you have the social support. But here it is. You should aim to pay off all of your debts as soon as you can. So what does that mean? That means that you should live on a fairly low lifestyle. Sorry, I was looking at my feet. You have to live at a lifestyle, financial lifestyle that is well below your means. For us, for my family, what we ended up doing is we lived off of one income. So there's two of us that were working in the family. We tried to live off of one income. We still do that at this moment. And it's working out for us in terms of financial security. And very shortly, everything will probably be sort of in place in terms of what we can do and where we can go. My wife wants to retire early. And if you do this is going to be very helpful for you. So what you should do is pay off your debts as soon as you can by living in the smallest home that you can. Now, I'm not saying live totally uncomfortably. Driving a car that you own, that's probably not going to be all that nice. It's going to be well below what you think that you should afford and what other people are going to tell you what you should afford, both of those. But this is going to be very helpful for you because in a short time, once you pay off those debts within probably a few years, if you can do it, then you will be able to start saving. And I'm not saying that you should save a lot. I'm saying that you should save probably about 15%, 10 to 15 to 20% of your income every single paycheck. So that's the total income. And if you have this ratio, and I borrowed this from Dave Ramsey, I think he's actually giving some good advice there, is if you borrow or if you pay off or you save 10% to 20% of your income, so an average of 15%, and you do that over the course of a decade, 15 years, you've got a large sum of money that's sitting there that allows you to easily do whatever you want. It doesn't take that long to add up, even if you have a very small income. I know some of you will get an income of in America of $30,000 per year. If you save that 10 to 20% every year, I know it's going to be difficult to do, but it really adds up very quickly, and that income goes a long ways. That saving goes a long ways in a decade or two. And as you build up and you get better at your career and you move up your career, you can start saving more and more. You're just keeping that same percentage, that ratio, and it really does work out in your favor. So this, I hope you take and you really think about this when I'm asking you to do. I know it's going to be hard to do because you're going to be going against lots of culture at this moment. They're going to be pushing back. You're going to feel really weird. I drive a 2011, it's now 2021, a 2011 Mazda. And there's a lot of things that are not working on it, but it still works. And you know what? I'll probably get a new car at one point, but it does me well, and it's getting us from here to there. And that little small car is perfectly fine. And now if you do this on a regular basis, you do things that are very modest, in the future, you could do a lot more with that. So as Dave Ramsey says, you live like nobody else, then you can live like nobody else. So really take that in mind Really think about that. It doesn't take very long. A decade is actually a really short time. So really start thinking about this financial security. Go out there and really invest in yourself, invest in where you're going to go with your life. And I think this is going to go a long ways. This advice is very important for you. It's very important for me. It changed our life, and it's going to change your life as well.